Alrighty, time to boomer this hard, despite the fact I know I said, green light, it means you're live. And we are live.
We are.
I just want to be a boomer for like 20 seconds. It means you're live. And we are live.
We are. I can also see the poll is still not working. What the fuck?
And I heard my voice, so yeah, I definitely know we're live. Otherwise, hello there, everyone. And welcome to Warhammer 40K Rouge Trader. God damn it, phone. Now you go off. Alright, anyways, welcome. It's been a short while. I know I had other streams originally planned out, but to make a long story short, stuff kind of just happened. I know it was about like 2 days ago I'd planned out Gears, but then that never lifted off. So I figured at the very least for the stuff I missed, I figured I'll do a little differently this weekend, and maybe try and touch up on some of the plans I'd set forth. Rouge Trader being one of them, because I did say I'd do this game. But otherwise, welcome. As you might have noticed, there's a little poll off to the side on what should the main character's convictions be. Because tonight, we're gonna exercise a little democracy here. Which never hurts to do. Every so often. Oh, hello. You've already got a vote. No. What? God dang it. What is that choice? I hate when it's... You know what's funny? Whoever chose that, that's actually what I did on my solo playthrough, which what I was about to actually point out. Yes, I am I am not going in this 100% blind. I have actually played a bit of this game, but I guess with how everything's going, I'm gonna probably end up doing as I did on my solo playthrough. Though I will try to do a little bit differently, but I did choose Iconoclast very much, funnily enough. But we'll wait and see. I mean, there's a good chance Heretical or Dogmatic might kick in, and I might go either down that path. Or, in the event that they all tie, I guess I will just choose Iconoclast, so in case all three tie, I already have backup plan 1. And in the case that only 2 tie, and one of them is behind, I guess this is where I'll exercise the second plan, which I'm gonna call Case Duggo.
Oh, yes. But yes, that was my vote.
Well, congratulations, you chose the very thing I chose on my solo playthrough, and you'll probably understand why I chose that. Otherwise, without further delay, I know, I've just been just chatting away, eating away. Wow, I can't English. Which is funny enough because there's gonna be plenty of reading. We thought that, we thought Fatal Frame had a lot of reading with those books. This game, in of itself, is a novel. So I think with all the reading I'll be doing, I think I'm gonna have more than enough time to hopefully get a vote on what goes down. Otherwise, I think we're gonna do normal mode. As this game kinda does play, I don't want to say it 100% plays like Baldur's Gate, but it does have a little bit of that mechanic. But thankfully, it's not as annoying. With, like, the dice rolls and the luck. So it's not as RNG heavy, shall we say. We're gonna make our custom character, but because I've already played this, I'm pretty much already set up. Oh, make sure I choose that. There we go, and there we go, portrait updated. So I am gonna kind of be remaking my solo playthrough, but I am, like I said, gonna try and do some things differently. You have a scar. That's terrible. Where's beautiful red? Need beautiful red. That's... eye color me. Okay. Where is... you know what? Fine. Red. All red. It's gonna be nothing but red. Now, this is what I meant to be red. Oh, those are eyebrows. Never mind. Wait, that's all under hair. Appearance. Okay. Scars. Ew. We don't have scars. We're clean of scars. No offense to anyone that's into the scars thing. I mean, I can see why you would want one, but... I like my body clean of scars. If I had them, I'd probably paint over them. Now, augmentations. This is an interesting thing about the game. Yes, because I've always wanted to be a cyborg. Not really.
You're a cyborg, Harry.
You're a cyborg, Harry. You're also in the... God, I can't remember what millennium now. I used to remember the millennium of the Warhammer thing. Oh yeah, disclaimer. I am not 100% versed in the lore of Warhammer. I know some things, but not everything. So, just to throw that out. Before anyone gets any... Well, I don't want to say ideas, but it's more... I know some people nerd out really hard to this, and I can respect that. Honestly, but I, again, just want to let you guys know, I am not 100% versed in the Warhammer universe.
To be fair, it's very vast, and you will get lost in it. It is
very vast. It's like Star Wars. Well, okay, no. They're different, but... It's just the fact that both are... They're not similar. There's differences, but the thing I was trying to make is that both have the very vastness to them. And if I tried... I don't want to say if I tried, I'd get my head scratched, but I probably would be scratching my head on a few things. Alright. So...
Yeah.
For the glory of the dynasty.
Warhammer is like 1,000 times vast.
Bold is...
Well, bigger.
The bold guy is just... For the dynasty, I'm so dogmatic in my voice. What's pious?
Deliver their demise.
That's it. I'm just gonna roll with pragmatic, because that's the one I chose in my single playthrough.
This could be an opportunity.
Because, why not? I'll be a pragmatist. Alright. Now, like I said, I'm probably gonna just end up doing as I did in my single player playthrough, but again, I will try to make some things different. Now, let's see. If I remember, Voidborn was the one that had, like, features of... But let me reread for good measure. Maybe I might have been wrong. Will satellite those who lived in the void ships become... living in cases their features are drawn in their skin plaid. They may even have minor deformities or strangeness to their speech or general appearance. I mean, this fits, considering, you know, the demonic eyes here, but ignore that. Ignore that. No, it's fine. I'm 100% human.
Totally.
I'm totally human. So, we're gonna be a Voidborn. Though, Imperial World isn't bad. Wait, hang on. Or was it that one? Oh yeah, definitely, because I see the doing my part, which I was almost tempted on. But, to live up to the demon eyes, we're gonna be a Voidborn.
Do you want to know more?
Do you want to know more? I would always like to know more. Characteristics, -5 to strength. Well, it's a good thing I chose the most not built body, because that would make sense, given this character's build. Alright, so we have our Estrata Militarium Commander, which again is what I chose. But I was tempted upon the noble, but then I thought to myself, do I really want to be that guy? It's just like, haha, yes, you pathetic lower class, you can't stand to me. No, I'm not that mean. I am not that mean.
What do about that?
You are next. Not literally saying that, this is literally a skill. You do something. You go on, peasant. You protect me, peasant. You kill it, you dang peasant. You kill it, I say, peasant. Okay, that's terrible. No, we are not a noble. Brace for impact. I gotta say, the only thing I didn't like about some of these classes is just the fact, this cape. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong, capes are fine, but you gotta force it on me. Like, sometimes I like a cape, and sometimes I don't want to have a cape. Alright.
Well, to be fair, he is a naval officer.
I mean, you know who else also has that? The commander. Though I do like the beret. I do like the beret. I was tempted on the Psyker at one point, but then I thought, do I really want to do that? Given how Psykers kind of are.
Yeah. Totally. Let's do that.
No. The answer is no. I'm gonna once again pull like I did in the other playthrough. I need to have beautiful red on my beret. Actually, wait, is there a red? Oh yeah, I see. There's a red uniform, but it gives me a green beret. No, it's dumb. I want the red. Give me red.
Beautiful green.
Red. Beautiful red.
I don't need
Okay, hang on. Did my hair color not change? I thought I... Oh, I see. That was the eyebrows. And the eyebrows are red. Okay, it's just hard to tell. Alright, well, fine. So... we'll be Innistrata Militarium Commander. Now... what was this one that I chose? So let's see. Apex of Brilliance, Lore of the Imperium, Illustrious Glory. You and your guardsmen defended a shrine world and received high commendation for your feat, which is +5 to the athletics. Feat of Greatness. You utilized your talents as a commander to achieve a great victory over the ruinous powers. I believe for the single player playthrough I did Illustrious Glory, but for this run through, I'm going to do a Feat of Greatness. So that's going to be difference number 1 already. So let me see. What was my darkest hour? Grim Proponents. You lost an entire regiment to the Intermarium. God. I am also going to struggle with a bit of reading here, so... Intramarian during a Gellier field failure, yet you yourself emerged unscathed. -5 to awareness. Well, I don't want to be terrible at my awareness, so... as I am gonna want to be good awareness for the kind of class I think I'm gonna want to delve into, so no, we are not gonna have that. As the Commander-in-Chief, a disastrous military campaign, you were buried in shame. And the Shadow of Torment. Captured by the heretics, you suffer... I'm going to do as I did and choose the Brand of Shame. I'm going to roll with the Operative. Though, when I did do the solo playthrough, blah. The off-stream playthrough, I was almost tempted on Soldier. Actually, no, I take that back. Officer. Though Warrior wouldn't have been a bad choice either. given how I think I made my character kind of accidentally good up close when I meant to make him good with, like, guns. This time, I'm not going to make that same mistake, because if that's going to be the case, they should be pretty darn good with bullet. Okay, so that's as far as I can go. We're gonna go ahead and remove that strength penalty.
Let me guess. Sniper.
Perception should be fine. Intelligence will be that. What was fellowship? Represents the ability to interact with other creatures to deceive, charm, or befriend them. High fellowship will help. Ooh. You know what? Fine. We're gonna minus off on the intelligence, and we're gonna put it towards fellowship. Yes, I may not be the brightest of commanders, but that does not mean that I'm dumb either.
I was gonna say meathead, but okay.
I'm not a meathead. Oof. You know what? Fine. I'll make a small sacrifice. Ah, my ballistic skill! And we'll put that towards intelligence. Because I do at least want to be pretty decent here. As I definitely do want a decent lore with the Xenos. At least. Alright, here we go. The ship. Now, the ship name is definitely going to be different. And we're going to have a different class of ship, too. I think I might have went with the sword class in the solo file, but for this one, we're going to roll with the Firestorm class. What can this be named?
Titanic.
Disembarrass. Unforgiven. That's a dumb name. Daring Destiny. Just seeing what the generator has. Destiny Hunter. You know what? No, I have a name. Give me a moment. But I'm going to have to go off the game. Don't mind me, I just want to make sure I'm spelling this correctly. Okay, there we go. Think I got it. Allow me to come back into game. And smack the name down. And let's not forget the in front of it. There we go. The Revengeance. That is the ship's name. What's this? USS Titanic. You know, if it wasn't Warhammer, that might have been tempting. I mean, if it had been the usual ship game I play, I might have actually rolled with that name. Alrighty. Then I do want to check one quick thing. Because I gotta go make sure. We are still on 100% Iconoclast. So I guess history's just gonna be repeating itself for me here a bit, which is fine. I am familiar with the Iconoclast route a bit. Now I will say, I haven't gotten very far in this game when I did the solo playthrough. Alright, naming time. Is excellent. Let's see. I misspelled that. God dang. Bothers me. Give me a moment. I want to do this just for fun, because I like to have fun here.
Yeah, he likes having fun. We gotta suffer, damn it.
Exactly. His Excellency... Emperor Daedric Diamond the First of Mordor. Oh. I can't fit anymore. Okay, well, that's funny. But no, I'm not gonna be that mean. Honestly, all this is just too much. So we're gonna do this. Trust me, I'm not gonna do anything that crazy. Tempting as it is, but no, we're not gonna be mean to people. We're gonna conclude the titles and only have the name.
Like I said, a noble by heart.
God damn it, glitch. Alright, anyway. Complete. Was gonna see if I could put something like to the 5th power times 100. But then I suppose that would be the longest name in existence.
We only do long names here.
No. Trust me, even with what I put, I'd be a little annoyed by it. Like, yes, I get that I'm excellent, I get that I'm evil, and I get I have all that. God dang it, title should only be, like, used when you're in the... Wow, alright, wow. We'll just say title should be used sparingly. Like, maybe when you're first addressing someone, and then once you've addressed them, then you can cut it down.
From now on, I'm just gonna call you Commander Daedwick.
I mean... as long as you're not going overboard with it, like, every 2 seconds.
Yes, Commander Daedwick.
God damn it. Everything's so majestic! Look at that guy, that statue guy, it's so majestic and lively.
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
Now, I will say this, the game does have voice lines, and you know what? This is kind of annoying me. I have to do something real quick. You'll have to forgive me because, well... I'm going to scooch the VTuber over here. And then I'm gonna go fix something real quick. Don't mind me.
Please don't mind him very much so.
Okay. Gonna have you facing the other direction, because this would make sense. There we go. Now he's looking the correct way, instead of looking off screen. I could probably get away with... Oh. I didn't mean to do that. Control Z. There we go. I want you, scooch you a little bit further. There we go, because obviously... I'm playing, well, my VTuber. So, why not have it be animated? Or we'll just pretend it's animated. Alright, anyways. Now, as I was getting ready to say, sometimes there will be lines that are voiced, and sometimes that are not, and I will read what is not going to be read. But if it is quiet, do let me know, and I can raise the volume.
Okay.
Alrighty, so we are currently dealing with Konrad Voigtturv. That's it. We're just calling him Konrad. Oh, I almost accidentally called him Cumrag. I don't know. I'm sorry. We're moving on. Alright, so let me quickly readdress what this guy had to say. An excellent place for the contemplation. The man who has approached you is gazing down into the depths of the vast temple on one of the lower decks. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's submitally. Truly an inspiring sight. Frankly, such access can be tiring at times. All this obtuseness luxury, this is laughable pretense. It's enough to make one think that the architect's meant to compensate rather than glorify. Have we met before? I really don't remember you. Despite the fact I've actually dealt with you in another playthrough, but details. We'll just pretend I never met. Do you have a particular reason for disturbing me, you peasant? You know what? Tempting as 3 was as I chose this one, we're actually gonna choose 2.
I believe there are those among us who share that sentiment. But such is our duty, is it not? To overcome base weaknesses and desires, so as to excel in our service to the God Emperor, the master of humanity.
He shakes his head and turns to you. Probably no doubt planning something.
Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Voigtveer, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship Rouge Trader Theodora von Valencius, at your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
Well, now I guess you get the honor of doing so. To remind those coming in, don't forget to cast a vote, as this is going to determine what I do this playthrough. Or don't.
Also, I'm gonna
You don't have to. But I do highly encourage it. I know you did, but this is for anyone coming in.
No, I said the audio's good.
God dang it.
The game audio.
Alrighty. Well, at least that's good news. I presume for whenever the characters are actually speaking.
Yes.
Yeah, alright, anyways. Alright, how do I want to respond? My name is Daedric Diamond, that's very basic. I am Lieutenant General Daedric Diamond, Scipio Grimald, Commander of the 8th Army of the Scythian Janissaries. Jesus, I didn't know I was in command of a Turkish Imperial Guard. I mean, Janissaries, they were... I wouldn't call them the Turkish elite, they were more like a royal guard. I guess they could kind of count as the elite. I have no intention of introducing myself. Well, 3 sounds like a mean thing to do. 1 sounds too basic, so we're gonna go with 2. I am Lieutenant General Daedric Diamond Scipio Grimald, Commander of the 8th Army of the Scythian Janissaries. It's nice to meet you. I may or may not have had some kind of role in some kind of Turkish unit.
My regards, Lieutenant General. The Astra Militarum is the hammer of the God Emperor, isn't that what they say? Well, it is likely that fate will give you ample opportunity to demonstrate your talents as a commander.
Conrad smiles faintly, but you are not too sure it is directed at you, or that he's got a knife in his pocket and he will stab you with it later, but details.
I will be frank with you. You may forget your past titles, no matter who gave them to you, or what their origins are. From the moment you and the other candidate were brought aboard this void ship, your fate changed. You now serve Lord Captain Theodora von Valencius, and carry the burden of an heir of this house. Henceforth, you share your dynastic name with Her Ladyship. Bear it with honor.
Alrighty, so what options do I get to respond to this? Lord Captain, a strange title for Lady Theodora. Why am I aboard this vessel? Why have I been brought here? I have no idea what I'm doing. Why am I here? Why am I even playing? Okay, 2's just kind of... I'm clueless. You have a curious title, Master of Whispers. What are your responsibilities? Tell me about the one whose ship I have found myself. You say I'm one of the Rogue Trader's heirs, so is there another candidate? When he clearly just said there was another candidate. That is just the case of my character not paying attention. I assume you had some goal in mind when you decided to seek me out. Let us address it. Alright, well... tempting as some of these are, we're just gonna get straight to the point. We're gonna address why he's here.
But
why am I here?
I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far.
I mean, fair enough.
The Lord's Captain and Master Edelthrad von Valencius are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
Alright, finally! I get to play the game. Time to forget everything I learned.
Is there money to be made?
No, me. There's absolutely no money to be made. There's only pain and emotional damage and tutorials getting in my way.
Sounds like fun.
I mean, isn't that the whole point? Hello, what is this? Show the data on the vid screen. Comprehensive information displayed on a large screen above you. I think I remember. I might be kind of dumb. I forgot my intelligence. No, my intelligence is 40. So I might just be average. Hello, a massive conference table, obviously crafted from the real wood. Resource of incredible... I didn't get to finish reading that. Incredible value aboard a ship. Now, what is this I'm looking at? Is that a chessboard? And is that money? If so, how do I join in the gambling? You guys gambling? Heard the Sigil gave the senior officers another public dressing down recently. I don't know what is with this. I can't. Too much to read. I'm leaving. Hello, obvious-looking guardsman. You're a deck enforcer. If I see you raise your head again, I'll hand you over to the tech priests for... we're moving on. Hello there, random...
Keep your eye on the prize.
Prize? Where's the prize? God dang it, me and Gabe. Where's this prize? You mean this thing over here? Excuse me, noble guest. May his will strengthen my heart. May my humble deeds for the benefit of humanity. What is this? A candlelit altar with a copy of the 234... English on numbers. Alright, what's this one? Do I get anything with this one?
Or get left in the dust.
What's the plan? Speaking of, I better save.
Imagine saving in my video game.
I know, right? Imagine saving. Now, as I did state before, the combat in this isn't as ridiculous as it was in Baldur's Gate. I actually do find it to be a little bit more simpler. I should also mention this game is cooperable, but I'm probably going to start solo, unless in the event at some point in the future I get someone who'd like to cooperate. I'd be down for that. But for now, we're going to do a solo adventure. If you can somehow get a very powerful PC and do that, I would not be opposed to actually doing a joint session. Alright, here we go. We're going in.
One of the von Valencius trophy rooms.
Lemon Rust Tank! I actually do also want to do a Dawn of War stream. The first game, mind you, with the Ultimate Apocalypse mod. Really good and really fun.
What's happening?
Oh,
So many games I made to play.
they're dead.
Run! The servitors have gone berserk!
Okay, the guy clearly says run, and you're like, I'm gonna duck my head. Who does that?
Challenges make the
Everybody.
that much sweeter.
Alright, fine. Alright, you've been ambushed. The battle begins. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna try to save as much of the crew as I can. Or I guess I won't do that. Alrighty. I kind of already know what to do.
I'll make it happen.
Alright, we're gonna analyze. And then we're gonna try a pistol shot. God dang. No, that's not gonna do anything. Let's not. Oh my god, that's the worst. Is there any kind of cover? You know what? No, I'll end up shooting the guy. Alright. I'm closer. Yes, thank you, game. I know, you're gonna tell me how to play the game.
It's as good as done.
Shoot you with the pistol.
On it.
Regimental tactical. Oh, wow, I can't English. We're just gonna do tactics, okay? That's the plan here. Finish it. It's weak. Oh my god. You. Well, he's dead. You know, I don't appreciate you just killing off random people. Yes, they might be the lowest of the low, but come on now.
Suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the Rogue Trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
Yes, yes, whatever you say, Conrad. Spread out. No one is allowed to enter the premises of the stations.
I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Sure, I'm gonna get lost straight away. I have no idea where I'm going, how the ship works, how anything goes. Alright, hold on, let me see. Was there loot? Tarantulas sentry gun, constructed with the blessing of the Apis Mechanicus, using... I didn't even get to finish reading! Using a standard template construct in the manufacturers of Kia Gamma. God damn. Okay, thank you. Wires in the servitor's head are still smoldering. It would seem that the cause of the malfunction was short-circuiting of the motive force. Okay. Let us take a moment and appreciate this Lemon Rust tank right here. Well, maybe not the best tank out there. It's pretty decent. At least in Dawn of War. And then there's Apocalypse mod, which gives, like, many variants of this tank.
Keep your wits about you.
Okay. Thank you, me, for saying that. Alright, here we go. Let's actually look around before I continue. So you raise your head, I'll get the tech priests to do things.
I always have a backup plan.
Hello, a crew officer, a deck enforcer. What is all the way over here? What is going on? Who are you yelling at? Okay, I was about to say. Yelling at some poor dude.
Is there money to be made?
No, there is no money to be made here, me. Stop asking that question. Is there money to be made here? I just took a few steps here, and there's no money to be made, and I'm sad that there's no money to be made.
Yes, what are you, a mercenary?
I mean, that's kind of what my character sounds like. The Grand Void Ship Temple occupies the entire space below the officer's deck and is lit by countless candles and luminins. Probably mispronounced that, but oh well. Behold that impressively big door. How do I go below and join the thousands of many massed here to worship a giant door? See, this is the kind of door that we need for a particular someone who will remain nameless for now. You know what? I'm gonna screenshot it. And then call this the ultimate door that we need.
I always keep my options open.
Alright. They're working on the servitors. They're just talking. This guy's probably just sitting here and enjoying the view. How majestic. A cutscene. I'll let that play out. Alright, well then, never mind. I guess that wasn't as long as the cutscene I thought it was. So, here we go. I guess I have to read. That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora, says the man dressed in peculiar garb, his voice tight with tension. His face, half of which is covered by sin skin, is twisted in grim face of a displeasure and disbelief. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide, particularly an admission of heresy. God damn it. It's all heresy. Okay, anyway. The tall, gray-haired woman pins him with her gaze, her cybernetic eye flashing crimson. Then suggests an alternative that will satisfy me. Why? Okay, you know what? I know. Context. Context is important. But if you were to minus all this other stuff, that would just... Yeah, anyway. I have described the situation no worse than my Sinshal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Anon 6, Elhard? Alright. For now, we will survey the room. Your first impression of Elhard, who appears to be about 30 years old, is parchment-like, skin stretched over a tightly bundled mass of snoo. Implants. Oh boy, for context, a mechanical or electrical cybernetic substitute for biological limbs or organs. Oh no, please, I didn't know. Alright, anyway. And bone. The nervously twitching fingers, the face twisted by a slight tic, and jerky movements are all signs of some illness or defect that has taken over his physical form. In stark contrast, Elthrod Theodora von Basilis' features appear as if they were carved from marble, entirely indestructible. Head raised high, proud posture, hands collapsed casually behind her back. Everything seems to emphasize the difference in statues between her and Ethrild. I'm probably mispronouncing some of these names, but I apologize in advance. I did also warn that this is going to be a bit of a reading simulator. Behind the two of them, you can see two more men. One is a gray-haired officer of impeccable bearing, who is studying the contents of his data slate. The other is a behemoth bristling with holsters and baldricks containing all manner of weaponry. One of them, we're moving forward. Our second candidate has joined us. The dry female voice and powerful feeling of being watched force you to look right at Theodora. The Rogue Trader is looking straight at you, and her gaze, like herself, is predatory and oppressive. Daedric Diamond, approach and give me your answer. Jeez, I just got here. give me an answer as soon as you arrive. I can't take in the scene? Alright. Got it. Alrighty, here we go. Consider the hypothetical situation. Enon 6, a new world on the fringes of the Koronus Expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, protects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say. But attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crew sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do about this poisoned treasure? Oh, is it poisoned? Yeah, poisoned treasure. So, I have two successful options because they did things a little differently. I think if you meet a certain criteria, you'll automatically succeed, but if you don't, they give you a chance, much like Baldur's Gate did. So I have two successful options. One that falls under the Xenos, which I think is a skill I'm versed in, and then Warp, which I think is just luck-based. Difficulty modifier. Okay, that's just giving me further details. All right. So, we're gonna go ahead and make the Xenos argument. Reasonable and prudent, however, chasing after ethereal creatures might prove a rather long and fruitless endeavor. And I didn't read the options. God dang it. I feel dumb. Do one quick thing before I continue. And now I'm gonna continue. Alright. Continue. Apart from the Xenos and an untrodden planet might be teeming with myriads of horrors that are far more dangerous and difficult to eradicate, I suspect that you, Daedric Diamond, are simply unaware of their existence. I gave a straight answer to a simple question, which, as I understand, was more than you could do, Elhard. You're both servants of the God Emperor and Lady Theodora. Does it become any one of our status to engage in petty feuds? I find your tone most disagreeable, Elhard. God damn it, making me drink water now.
I mean, I could make you drink something else.
No, I'm actually going to forbid soda in this regard. Not that I have any with me anyway. Okay, God, where was I? I find your tone most disagreeable, Elhard. You will kindly alter the manner in which you address me, or else you will live to regret the consequences. Shut your mouth, Elhard, before I decide to shut it for you. Alright, well, I'm gonna roll 3 and 4 out. They come off as too aggressive. So I think I'm going to do a slight rub. But I am going to be polite about it, too. I gave more an answer than he did. A color drains from Eldhard's face, which distorts his features further. Insolent, ignorant upstart, how dare you? How dare you be polite, but politely insult? How dare you? Okay. Eldhard. Theodora's tone renders him silent. I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me, then, why my senior congrader is still dawdling about the officer's deck instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview. I beg for your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I will forget the time. Elhard bows ceremoniously and takes his leave without sparing you another look, realizing that doing so would be very futile on his end. God damn it. It'd be a futility. God, that's the word I was after. Why did it escape me? Alrighty. I'm going to do something real quick. I am sorry that I'm taking this extra moment, but at the same time, I do want to kind of take my time. Because I do have a poll that I want to make sure it gets proper votes for. Also, again, don't be shy to leave a vote, as it is going to determine which path I go down. Is that my phone? Okay. Anyways. Theodora's gaze follows him as he leaves. Then she turns to you. So, Daedric Diamond, why are you here? Was it not you who sent for me? There are questions that I wish to have answered. I do not know. I just hope you will clarify that. Alright. We'll bring up the point that she sent for me. Theodora scoffs. You have succeeded the opening that would have offered to you in a woeful display of meekness. Admittedly, this tendency is equally strong in all who toil in the Emperor's service. Immoderately hierarchy, absolute obedience, lickety-splickety compulsion to please. I value none of these things. From the moment my envoys came for you, the terms of your existence changed. Okay, that's kind of all of a sudden. My name is Theodora. Titles. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity. My rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade kept aboard the vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness beyond the Imperium and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign and bow death and ruin to us all. So we're like an explorer ship, in addition to being a trade ship. It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discovered along with all there is to find thereon, resources, people, riches, mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, pose fortunes, and no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you, Daedric Diamond, are one of those of the von titles, blood in their veins, and a rightful claim to the inheritance when the hour comes.
Yes, Commander Daedric.
Does this mean that there are other heirs? Naturally. Some have yet to arrive on board, but you've had the pleasure of meeting one of them, Elhard. Maybe somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate. Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of the warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that one of the closest ally. Theodora sighs and looks away pensively for a brief moment. Alas, even the responsibilities can at times be too challenging. For those who share your blood, Conrad Voyager served me for many years before he made his mistake. So apparently he fucked up before. Alright. I'm ready to take on the sacred purpose. Oh yes, you would be, wouldn't you? The question is, am I ready to choose you over the rest? You came aboard hours before the warp jump and have not yet distinguished yourself in any way. As things currently stand, I have doubts that you are suitable for the role of Rouge Trader. Thank you for putting zero faith in me. You're welcome. No, really, you are. Alright. Thank you for clarifying. I have questions. The Vox asphyxiated to... Is that what... Asphyxiated, not asphyxiated. Wow. English fail. Asphyxiated to Theodora's attire suddenly comes to life. But all you can hear is untangible noises. Theodora winces, shuts off the transmission, and gives you an impetuous nod. I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge. Oh, jeez. You know what? I have no more questions. In that case, I shall head to Theodora's Voxes awaken once more. This time, you pick up shouting. The Lord Captain freezes listening to the Voxcast, then nods and draws her weapon. Disturbances reported in adjacent decks. Senshal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. She glances at you. It's possible the chance to prove your worth may have presented itself sooner than you may have anticipated. Oh, great! Sounds like combat's about to happen. Well, those guys are dead. Hello, I see numerous numbers of heretics. Time for more battle. Kill them. Applehard. Charging in and killing 2 of them right off the bat. Cool, cool. That guy just got turned to dust. You miss. Alright. Use cover to avoid. Exactly. That's going to be the plan. We're going to go right here. We're going to analyze an enemy. Not that it will probably matter. And then we're going to take my little pistol. And we're going to get this guy. Not bad. That's actually pretty darn decent. So, in addition, they sort of have a bit of, God, what is that game I'm thinking about? I mean, despite the fact there are plenty of games that have that. Little pistol, what do you mean by that? That's right, it's a Did you just shoot me? Freaking heretic shot me when I was too busy reading your comment.
You're welcome.
Little shit. Shooting me when I'm reading a comment. That's so low. Who does that?
I do.
Alright, fuck. We need to get to that guy. From where I'm at is a very bad spot. Oh, great. These are all bad spots. But yeah, as I was saying, this has a little bit of the XCOM element. With, like, cover and stuff. Thinking, though, what would be the best way?
That makes me wonder if this game was inspired by XCOM.
Doubt it. It's more RPG-like than it is tactical RPG. I don't know. It's hard to say. Because XCOM's a more simplistic game. This has a lot of reading that tells more like a story. I mean, I wouldn't be against an XCOM like Warhammer game, though. That would be an interesting concept. It would just make me think, what would you use for it? I mean, you could use the Tyrianids. You can use the Chaos for that. As, like, the enemies, mind you.
How do I feel like there's a way of mod for that?
This game's pretty new still. Alright.
No, I was talking about XCOM and Warhammer mod.
Look, I have strategy.
This probably might not be the smartest move I've done. And I miss. Congratulations me. I am apparently a very bad shot.
Who if not me?
Then again, it's a 38, so if I was expecting to hit on a 38, I would be very sadly disappointed.
Yeah.
Alright, so Theodora destroyed that guy. Alblard killed that guy. Okay, that's interesting. 95, I like my chances.
You never stood a chance.
Headshot, I'll take it.
I wonder if this game has XCOM bullshit hit chance.
It has a hit chance, you probably just didn't see it, but I'll show it to you the next time. There's
No,
like a,
I was talking about...
Oh, like...
I wonder if it's like...
I don't think it's gonna be anything that wild, like you have a 100% chance of hitting, but you'll still miss. I think the highest I've ever seen the hit chance is 95. 95 is just like, yeah, you're likely gonna hit him, but you have like a small chance of missing.
Yeah, it makes me wonder.
Mind you, again, this game is still pretty new, so there's probably bugs, which I forgot to mention. Yes, this game will have bugs in it. Got it. Theodora waves her hand in commanding gesture. Mort, take a team with you and clear the path to the transport lane. Do not let a single Horson survive. Or that might have been Warson. I don't know. The Rouge Trader turns her eyes to you. Didn't bat an eye when the scum burst onto the deck. Not bad. I've seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to harsh realities of warp travel. She looks at the box in her hand. All you can hear is lifeless static. Oh no, what's happening? The incident with the rand-changing servitors might be connected to what's transpiring now. We'll point that out at the very least. Possibly, quite likely. Theodora winces and flicks the switch on her box a few times. We'll investigate a later time. Right now, we need to isolate the affected compartments and try to assess the situation. Alright, and we're just gonna jump skip to asking, what are my orders? She breaks eye contact with you. Mort has gone ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Archmilitant requires aid. And be quick about it. Alrighty, and that we shall. I am surprised that Iconoclast has been sitting at number 1 for quite a while. Then again, I don't think anyone else has chimed in either, but just in case.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
I'm going the wrong way. Memory serves me. Yup, I go this way. Well, let's explore first. You never know. Maybe there's stuff. Get to see the battle ensue.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Okay, we're gonna go this way. It's like how you see the battle in progress. Alright, so he's not talking this time. Conrad lets out a sigh of relief upon seeing you. Thank Providence, you are alive and well. I thought you would have been dead in the first few moments, but we'll ignore that. Always on time, eh, Conrad? The moment we finish chasing off the riffraff around the deck, you show up always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it. Conrad pointedly looks away from the Archmilitant to you. Mort, pull yourself together. The Archmilitant looks back at you. Did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? You're already done here. I'll report right away. Mort pulls out his box from the belt and hurriedly reports the situation. Masters of Whispers. What is happening on my ship? The Voxnat is silent. The Voxmaster is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report. God damn it, I need answers. I need them now. I have not yet received word from the Ingarium regarding any Geller field failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the case may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. Loiter pauses. The madmen have already reached the officer's deck, suggests that the outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny. Oh, it is indeed very, very, very organized. A mutiny? Who'd attempt a mutiny here in the warp? I don't know, a madman. A mutiny against the Emperor's annotated, sorry. Execute the traitors, every last one of them. We must provide immediate assistance to those still on the middle decks. Perhaps then we can stop this wave from spreading. This is indeed a severe case of warp madness, then the situation is dire. Alright. I'm tempted to think we will roll with the third option. Viva Revolution. Not quite. Maybe. Maybe not in the way that you'd be thinking of it. How's Rouge Trader? It's pretty good so far. I'm also giving people a chance to decide on what I do. Feel free to leave a vote, if you so wish. Right now, I believe Iconoclast is first place, but there's always a chance that could change. First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure. If I have the means to do both things at once, her expression changes at her eyes flash ominously. I will say there's a lot of reading to this game, though. Wish, but I don't understand Warhammer that much. Oh, that's fine then. But it is a good game to say the least. I just know there's 3 possible convictions that you can go down. So it could be thought of as kind of like alignment, but it's kind of not simultaneously. But otherwise, this has been a good experience so far. Again, lots of reading, but trying to enjoy it. Theodora looks at Boygard. Elhard, where is he? I must know if he's unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons. I tried to locate him, but the last thing I know about his movements is that he arrived on Transitional Deck 18. Blast it. Master of Whispers, find Elthard immediately. Then shall locate Taliesin, the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-militant with me. I must go to my study. It appears that we might have to encounter heretics along the way. Daedric Diamond. Theodora glances at you thoughtfully. If I may, Lord Captain. Boygar's voice is soft and cautious. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Elthard back, I could use some support. After all, I am not as adept in directly confronting enemies of the house as the esteemed arch-militant, and taking into consideration Elthard's psyker powers. Then it is settled. Daedric, find Elthard and bring him here. In whatever state you find him, this elevator, she pointed at the massive doors, leads to the restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require the both of you, do you understand? Whatever state does that mean? I hear and obey, Lord Captain. I shall do everything in my power. I cannot promise that I won't lose our dearest heir somewhere along the way. Ooh. I shall do everything in my power. Not everything in your power. You will do as I say. I'll have your head if you fail. Is that clear? Then move out. More to come. Wow, everything is obey without question. But I guess that's to be expected. Fighter gives you a nod. Are you ready to head to 18? It's a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear. You know what? I shall take the lead. I'm not gonna be mean and make you go in front of me, or you better not fail me. No, 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 no. I'm not that mean. I will lead the way, for I am the brave one. Of course you will. He rummages in his pocket for something. Uh-oh. He's gone in his pocket for something. Lady Theodora would never have someone she really couldn't rely on, one of her heirs. That is no longer going to be relevant. Because I poke you with something. With a pop and a sharp crackle, something hits your abdomen, and you are consumed by unbearable gut-wrenching pain. God damn it. Just plain old god damn it, Conrad. God dang. Are you still there, by the way, Glitch? Oh no, I think I've lost Glitch. He's fallen asleep. Oh, never mind. Take a moment. Alright, well anyways, let's go ahead. Get back to it. My god. I promised you a special destiny, Teacher Dame. It's time for you to fulfill it. How about I don't want to?
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warren Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. Oh, you are back with us, I see. Delightful.
You two-faced scum, you're the one behind this mayhem, you jerk. How dare you, you goddamn cumrag.
How perceptive of you. I'll help you with the next insight. I need you here for your blood. You have the option to share it voluntarily, or I will squeeze it out of you myself. We are in the anteroom of the Warren Chamber, this void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates of the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of a dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
Oh, jeez. You know, what is it? An inbred like he's blood too thin for the Sentinel?
On the contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Fon Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for?
Coercion. I can do this? Alright, this is a little different from when I did the solo playthrough, but you know what? Let's throw this insult. What a sorry, pathetic excuse do you even have for your apostasy, you sordid, wretched you wretched piece of gark shit. Sit down and cry. Think about your life.
What do you know about wretchedness?
Theodorus Kerr.
Are you hoping to buy a grain of her indulgence with your blind loyalty? Oh, I know this delusion. But thank the gods it no longer has power over me. Humanity can rot. I no longer serve mortal kind.
Oh no. This is where I hear sanities for the weak. You goddamn chaos cultist. Ah!
Sanity for the week.
Anyways, welcome back.
I've been here.
You've been silent, surprisingly, but that's fine.
Yes, I've been completely silent.
My work is done. I'll make that
How did you know?
I saw you muted.
Sacrifice her entire dynasty and commit their fate.
I was focusing on something.
And you will be the instrument by which I will accomplish this righteous act.
Alrighty, so thank you, game. I got it. Alrighty. The blade flashes in a dim light and drops of blood appear on your palm. For a brief moment, you feel nauseous, your head is spinning, and then quiet whispers begin to flood your mind. More ensorced voices echo, each other drowning out your old thoughts, replacing them with a singular urge. Go to the gate, go to the gate, go to the gate, go to the gate. How about get the hell out of my mind, you goddamn voice?
But I want to be in your head.
No, away with you. You vile thing. The voice in your heads giggle and mock you in your desperate outcry. You feel this intruding influence forcing you onto your feet and making you take a step forward to the gates looming in the center of the chamber. We'll end the dialogue there. As I am now being forced to move towards the thing I am now approaching. In the gateway arch, you see a goddamn. Any type of alrighty. A congregator with a human likeness, but built into the front of a panel. As you approach, the torso twitches slightly. The servitor, an obedient automation created from the lobotomized human being. The sentinel turns its head towards you, one of the eyes locked up with lighting, two embers like a rise. I want to look for anything I can use as a weapon. You look around in the hopes of finding at least something that could work as a weapon. Your search is in vain. The chamber enter room is completely empty and in perfect working condition. Nary a broken panel or a protruding piece of rebar in the sight. Let's just use our Tech 45 and examine the device we're about to deal with. Tech use test succeed. You carefully inspect the design of the gate congregator. What immediately catches your eye: strange alloy that was used as material for the machine's components, some of which are unfamiliar to you. You suspect this might be some kind of archaeotech relic. Incredible, rare, and powerful piece of technology. Alrighty. Wait, from the ancient past, and they're talking of that in the ancient... Man, I would like to know what, like, weapons of, like, the 50s and the 60s would count as in this game's experience. If it even goes off that stuff. The servitor,
good idea.
The servitor on the gate begins to move with the screeching and groaning of metal. It leans forward closer to you. Its lower jaw opens with a draw-out of shriek, much wider than a jaw of a living human could. The servitor's mouth is filled with sharp metallic fangs that glint in the dim light. The vivid screen to the right of you lights up, showing stringes of mysterious symbols on a green background. A whisper runs through your conscience, demanding sacrifice. The voices that filled your head after Viger wounded you with his blade did not go away. On the contrary, The source called itself into a tight knot somewhere in the depths of your mind. Alright, let's do this. Place my hand in. Because I'm probably going to have no choice. The Sentinel's jaw clamp around your hand, puncturing your skin and sinking into your flesh. A few dark drops fall into the servitor's throat, and immediately you hear a humming as the servo motors start up and pups stir into the motion. The vid screen on the cogreator flickers. Several minutes pass. The servitor's jaws remain closed, and you are beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you were to lean against the gate, you could catch your breath. Maybe even close your eyes and pretend none of this has ever happened.
High levels of caustic humus. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
Oh my, you do understand where this quiet voice is coming from, crackling like static. This is the Sentinel Coggator. It's a figment of your worry mind. Whichever it is, you can clearly hear every word. Yes, I require assistance. Pain shoots through your head and subsides just as quickly. It would seem that the entity called in your conscious does not have the ability to do any real harm.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
Alright, defense protocol. I like the sound of it.
Well, there is still another way.
There's still another way. Excuse me while I put on a barrier. Alright, here we go.
I always have a backup plan.
Hello. Look at this huge big old document here. Imagine having to read all that. Let it be known that my will and the true words of this document, I appoint this person to be the bearer of the warrant of trade and bestow upon... God damn it. To be the hearkened and unbroken by the abyss spirit to yeah, I can't read that all in time. God dang it. Document saying, yes, you trade in the name of the Emperor.
Escort the child of the house to safety.
Alright, I need a weapon. I am utterly
Distance from the current
defenseless.
location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations.
The servo skull goes silent. Its relays clicking. Seconds after seconds pauses. And you realize that the servo skull will not answer you. I need to contact someone, preferably Theodora.
Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup.
In place of the mechanical screeching, the servo skull box projects the voice of Theodora... Titles, distorted and written with static, yet still recognizable beyond a doubt. Boxmaster, restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I'm trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me out on this frequency, regroup. All available forces are to head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head. Presumably cut off.
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection.
What is the madness happening here? Who are you? Who addresses me?
Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel standing by.
Lead me away from here.
Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit...
Oh, I should have let them finish talking.
Executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
Alright, I need to check something real quick. Alrighty, so 2 votes, and they're both at Iconoclast, so it's looking like Iconoclast is going to be the playthrough. Give me a drink, bartender. Ah, welcome, Lemon. I presume you must have been the second vote. Welcome. Funny that you put down Iconoclast, because I actually did At least an off-stream playthrough, and funny enough, chose that. Agreed. Lots of reading, but aside from that, it is a fun game so far. And it's not as overly complicated as Baldur's Gate 3 was, which makes me kind of happy. Alrighty.
Is there money to be made?
Here we go. Funny enough, I should also mention that this game is cooperable too. Alright, let's go ahead. Steal this.
Master? What? Whatever are you doing in the warrant chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me. What is the meaning of this?
Let's see. Comrag is a traitor. When we parted ways on the officer's deck, he stunned me somehow and brought me here. You know, despite the fact I know it was some kind of stun rod, but details.
What?
He's clearly serving the unholy gods. He intended to take revenge on Theodora for something, and trying to reach the warrant was somehow part of his plan. He's clearly serving the warp.
Serving the gods of the war? Kunrad is a heretic. Oh, Voidfare, you void rat. Madness. And this mutiny is likewise his doing, no doubt.
You were not simply stunned, you were stabbed. Yes, that is true.
We do what people stabbing us in the back, don't we, Jadwood?
I mean, it's to be expected. It's that kind of a game. So, let's see. Voyer openly admitted that he's the mastermind behind the mutiny. Unquestionable, so it would seem, but he is not here. And we have a mutiny to end. Why don't we leave matters of equity for another time? For a mere essential, you're asking too many questions. That's mean. We're gonna go with the first one.
Saints' blood! And it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I thought his order to seal the passages between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. At least you are alive, and now safe, Master. Alas, I doubt we can afford to look for a compartment to sit out this disaster.
Oh, we will not sit this out. We fight.
You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And, for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense.
Oh, yes. Thank you. I will take that sniper rifle. Can I actually do that during the tutorial? Yes, I can. Alright, we're gonna preemptively arm up. Thank you, game. There we go. Alright, I am armed.
Your seneschal is always there for you. Let's patch you up. That is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead.
Ha ha ha, yes.
The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on. But that is not the worst of it. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the war and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive.
Alrighty. We're gonna go with 6 for the Imperium and humanity lead the way. To arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor. Fight the heresy and the corruption that threatens to consume our home with all your might. Destroy those who have dared.
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the Rogue Trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Onward.
Onward to glory.
Don't you dare to cross us.
Alright.
None of them.
Alright, Appleblard. You get the honor of being right in front of them. Me, I'll be right here. Dodge. Parry. Okay, and that's just telling me how to... Oh. Okay. I'm going to analyze that guy in the back. Let's deny a turn to this guy.
I'll make it happen.
Ah! Well, that's a sniper rifle fail. There. Got it. Alright, well, I can't do anything further. We'll do regimental tactics. 0 damage. Alrighty. So we will cleave. Oof.
Like the aftermath of an orbital strike.
So all 3 of them are dead. And then you'll rush that one.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
So that's 4 enemies already down. It's telling me about opportunity attacks, so... Congratulations, you shot your own teammate. Okay,
yeah.
Can I at least get 1 kill with a sniper rifle?
Your end was inevitable.
No.
Yes. And then we'll go ahead, analyze that one. Okay, we'll take out that one.
Reduce the dust.
Emperor protects. Yo. Pathetic. Alright. Sniper, pull it away. Nice. Absolutely nice. Anyways, gotta prep for work. You have a good stream, Daedric. Thank you, thank you. You have a good day at work, Lemon.
See you, Lemon.
Alright, level up time. Choose a skill. Tech use logic. Makes a character's rational argument more convincing. Allows to notice any logical inconsistencies. Allows other... Also hopes to operate... Ah, I see. Alright. We'll do logic. Complete. You know what? Athletics. Actually, wait, hold on. What's this one do? Resist negative effects, may be applied to some positions. Stimulators or alcohol may give access to new dialogue options. Yeah, we'll do that one. Alright. Still have an old injury? Alright, well...
What advice do you seek? This wound will make a fine scar.
I'll make sure to return the favor one day. I know how to take
Excuse me?
risks.
I don't like having old wounds or scars. Collecting loot! Alright. Collect all. Close. And I'm going to quickly do this. Put that on ya, as I'm gonna have you dual wield. Probably not the best move, but at the
Always
very
keep your eye on the
least,
prize.
I can at least appreciate how the game lets you dual wield. I can't remember if Baldur's Gate did, and I'm sorry to be comparing this to Baldur's Gate, but I can definitely say I enjoy this way more than Baldur's Gate already, right off the bat. The combat isn't as bullshit, shall we say. I mean, it does have its moments to be kind of annoying, but it's not that bad. The Navigator's Sanctum. Got it. Oh, it's already got the thing highlighted for me. Whose dealed falter in the courage will be executed in disgrace as traitors. The house, the attenders, the enemies of humanity, cast aside your doubts, for they are an open door of this course.
I'll get
The
left.
navigator's sanctum is directly along the passageway. I pray to the God Emperor that we are not too late.
Hello there.
And so, he will enter the halls of the blinded guide and witness the radiance of the final dawn through the cracks and fall victim to a whim of fate.
Master, watch your head.
Uh-oh. I'll just roll out of the way.
Would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Sorry, old man. The voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abelard, how they sing!
Do you hear the voices too? Okay, anyway.
This is Idira Talas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valensis.
I will say I'll probably be playing Dawn of War after this. Because this kind of does put me in the mood for that.
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering
I'll be
the
down.
effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate. To die in the waves of the Immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. Who is it? I have no answer.
The entity in your conscious shrinks and crawls in deeper. It's clawing, scrapping against the walls of your mind as if the presence is trying to hide from the seer standing before you. What are you doing here?
The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the enginarium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master Cog, and the silence that followed.
What? You don't mean the Engine Seer Prime is...
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the Navigator's Sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we save the Navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks.
Jeezums, okay. Officer's frequency to all who can hear me. Those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officer's deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officer's deck at once and prepare to launch a counterattack.
That's Ethelthrat. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Ethelthrat's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
Blast it. You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
You have to see if the navigator's doing good.
No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity.
I am sorry. I am not a psyker.
But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
And that's the plan. Alright. Come along. We're going to go together as a group. First, check for anything. It's a locked door. Door open. Hurry, destroy the field. Don't keep our master waiting. Okay.
I always have a backup plan. Fate and fortune
Okay.
favor the bold.
They will, because I have a plan. Come here, sniper rifle.
It's as good as done.
Prepare for battle. Get your characters into position. You're going to go there. Appleblard, you're gonna rush to cover immediately. Me, I'm gonna take cover behind this couch. Or this chair, sorry. You know. Next. Telling me about her psyker powers, because she has them.
What is this foreboding?
Go right here. Use your lightning.
No can do.
Oh, I can't have you scream. Well, crap. That's not good.
Was that you? Or
Ow. Dodged. That is a bit of a situation indeed.
A tactically sound approach.
Okay. Strike him down. And then you're going to run him down.
Is imminent. I took care of this.
Next.
Don't let your guard down.
I will have my character move here. And... well, at least he hit his target. It could have been a lot worse. You are within range. But just scream at him. Alright, here we go. Creature in the chair appears as if it has become one with its throne. You see pink and parchment-like skin stretch between the seat and the limbs. have too many joints for a normal human being. The navigator's breathing heavily, the air whistling as it exits through the two dark gill-like slits on his cheeks. The creature's eyes are shut. Two ordinary eyes, as well as the third one that sits in the center of his forehead. I believe Master Valentaris still lives. Albert flinches at the sight of the stretched skin and dark marks on the face of the creature. The servants are dead, but the chamber, thanks to the Emperor, is still sealed for the war. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place. I will give Albert a pointed look. Master Veripatis. The navigator is still barely able to lift his head, half open his eyes. A dark drop rolls from under the closed lid of the third eye and down on his face, leaving behind a black trail. Your time is short. The voice is coming from the box grail as the base of the bizarre chair. It's unclear how the navigator is able to produce human speech. Our time is short. What do you mean? Suddenly the navigator's bar starts thrashing in place. It lurches forward, the falls back onto the seat, and then thrusting forward again as its bones crack and skin tears open. However, the fusion between the body and the chair appears to be stronger than the wild impetuous's. The mutant remains seated, but leans as forward as he can as his layer in it slowly turning crimson. The gill still burst opens, forming two hideous screaming mouths like pits. Fall to your knees, mortal, and behold the final dawn. Theodora shrieks in terror. It came from beyond. His body is not his. Theodora's screams is echoed by the silent cries in your head. The unseen creature triumphs at the sight of the navigators succumbing to the promaxims of corruption. It marched thunders under the burden of hopes. Unseal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words and meanings. Each one a portent of salvation within me. The navigator continues conclusively, violently in his seat, shrieking and crackling, but then his fit stops abruptly. His face is drenched in a black crimson, and the dark ooze from his third eyelid has turned from a trickle into a stream mixtured with blood coming out of his nose, and there's a purplish swelling around the eye. Man, that sounds painful. Run, flee from this place. I have the strength. The words came as the labored rattle. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. You must begin the translation, leave the warp, but it can't be done without the Master Helm's help. We'll address to Abelblor. The ship can only begin translation with the assistant Master Helm is still alive. It's worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but our only option is to fight our way through the officer's deck and join with Healthart and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the Serbo Skull relayed to us earlier. Douglas, good luck and thank you. Navigator does not give her a response. Black tears mixed with blood are streaming from under the eyelids, and the box at the base of the chair is blowing out static, interpessed with distant echoes of otherworldly laughter. Alright, let's grab the loot, and we will get out. Collect everything.
I always keep my options open.
Complete. Also like how I can navigate on the map mode, too. And I'm gonna take a moment. Swap to the axes, in case I ever get into melee combat. Not that I probably will. The upper decks. Everything okay over there?
It is, yeah.
Alrighty.
Ship's as good as ours. It's all over for you.
I shall pity not your enemies. I shall heed not
The
their
Balta
pleas.
bitch has arrived.
Somebody shoot these.
I shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from you. Take not your gaze
told you he would protect us.
My god. My light. My emperor.
The white-haired warrior turns to face you. Her dark eyes are blazing. The weapon quivers in her hands for a brief moment. It seems she's not going to stop and will instead continue eliminating every target she sees, starting with you. Goddamn Sister of Battle. It's always those bloody Sisters of Battle.
Sister Argenta. Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
Your face. It is unfamiliar. Who are you?
And just who are you to be so brazen about your inquiries?
First time I've seen anybody on this ship talk to the little sister like that.
Allow me, Sister Argenta, sacred warrior of the Adeptus Sororitas. Sister, this is Master von Valancius, a member of the Rogue Trader's house.
When the ecclesiarchy has to get involved. Alright, anyway.
The hour is dark and daunting. The ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends who are twisted by smears of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the archenemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you here?
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelthrath the Heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation. So
You know,
I suggest we all do just that.
Bolter bitch, I don't think I like your attitude. Do not even think to insinuate that I am one of those traitors. I will not let such an affront slide, despite the fact democracy has yet to put me on the heretical path. And I don't think it's going to be, but it can change at any particular moment. We're still a while from the first choice.
That answer does you credit. Only the truly righteous would be so provoked by the accusation of heresy. I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic.
Alrighty. What is a war of the Adeptus Sororitas doing aboard a Rogue Trader ship? Your orders serve the ecclesiarchy, do they not?
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation. Under more appropriate circumstances.
God damn it.
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice.
Alright, must get to the main
Through
hall.
this door, I shall join you, for it is my duty to the God Emperor to destroy this heresy.
Alright, continue.
We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a Tectomat with us. But we'll see what we can do without one.
Good to hear it. Sister?
Ready. May Terra's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
Alright. I'll save. Grab some goodies. Collect everything. Hello. Complete. Yes, yes. You're going to tell me that. I will take the better sniper rifle, because I didn't think I was going to find one. Collect everything. Alright, I believe we have collected everything that we can. Save. He came from this way. Flush the blast in a hole through the door is a large part. Okay. We'll open the door. Alright, battle time. Almost battle time.
Profit and a taste for adventure.
Let's go ahead and snipe that unfortunate guy. Alright! Yay! When a sniper shot actually works in the way that you intend. We'll go there. Bolt the bitch will go right here. You're gonna go right there. And Appleblard, you're gonna be as close to the enemy as possible. Ow.
I've suffered worse.
Major ow. Ow! Shoot me, you little shit. How dare you? For that, you get a sniper bullet to your face.
You never stood a chance.
Or it's gonna be a powerful anti-material rifle that just destroys the body. I mean, you know, I thought a headshot would do, but my character must have been so pissed where he's just like, no. Not only will I destroy your head, I will also destroy your torso. To be honest, I kind of find that funny. Alright, regimental tactics, everyone. The vengeance was real. Ow. You little shit, thinking you can shoot me. I take Class A to that. It's gonna hit him, unfortunately, and I don't want that to happen. So you just yell at them.
I'm not so sure.
Alright, Appleblard. Slash those two. Too far. Ultimately too far. Alright, fine. Missed. Okay. Just telling me how Bolt a Bitch works. Go ahead.
For the weak.
Finish him off. You know what? We'll let a turn pass. 62, 26. No. The piercing do a lot more. You know what? Let's give a piercing round. How? That guy's probably feeling that.
Compromise my principles.
Oh, damn. You shoot, like always. Parried.
My faith shields me.
Ow! Little shit. Alright.
But of course,
You're gonna yell.
what an unfortunate turn of fate.
And then you're gonna give
Will do.
Appleblard some ability to deal with stuff. Alright, Appleblard. We'll take a chance. He's gonna probably swing. I guess you blocked him.
At your reduced to dust.
Alright. Charge.
I took care of this one.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
Open fire.
Eradicated.
And let's run and
Faith
gun.
without deeds is worthless.
Alright. Actually, go ahead and unleash hell. Well, at least that did something. I didn't even realize there was that other guy who was still alive. I don't get a very good shot from here, unfortunately. $65. I love that. I suppose it had been 69, I still would have missed. Fail. Move you up. Wait, I can from there.
Was that you? Be gone.
Okay.
I've
Go
seen worse
here.
battles than this in my time.
Out of range.
Rejoice in battle.
Alright, and now going down. Or, I guess you get to be lucky.
Taking calculated risk is in my second nature.
Alright. 95. Snipe. Headshot. Alright, got it.
Let's not waste time with pleasantries.
I'm restless.
Fate and fortune favor the bold.
Okay. So let's go get all these bodies, I presume. Collect everything. Collect everything. Is that all the treasure? No. There's more treasure. Goods. More goods. Okay. Complete. Ah, I see. We will use a machine, right?
Just as I planned. Let us not dawdle.
Alright, things to collect. Collect all. Collect everything. Have I collected everything? No, I have not.
Keep your wits about you.
Collect everything. Alright, let's try opening the door. Never mind, you'll just blow up the door.
I'd better myself in my service.
Alrighty. I'm gonna save here. And I believe the time for choice is almost upon. I know you're gonna tell me to level up. Boom, boom.
Boom, boom, my wing. Excuse me.
It's just all the explosions. Can't see anything. What did they shoot with something? The roar of the flames in your ears and choking smoke makes you cough and gasp for air. You instinctively recoil from the scorching heat. Working a moment later, a hazy silhouette Raging from the fire, you're surrounded by, yeah, you know, and then see Theodora von Titles. Her expression is calm, terrifying, sir, someone whose body's engulfed in flame. Inferno on gestures one hand, and raise the other in inviting gesture. Are you lost, my heir? Argenta goes as still as a statue, slowly raises her weapon. An aberration, a sorceress, aberration, trickery of the warp. Sister, will you lower your weapon? Despite her commanding tone, Albert does not sound too confident. He's staring at the Rogue Trader, and you notice a muscle in his cheek twitching. Bringing Lord Catton is outrageous. This is impossible. I have doubts to where you're... I doubt you're aware of my limits of what is possible, Daedric, for your worldview is but Eidon for the Rogue Trader knows and sees. But I can tell you what, would you like me to share the knowledge with you? That power, really. Theodora watches you without blinking. Her snake-like gaze makes you forget about the fire searing you, leaving you to burns. I can lead you out of these flames, Daedric Diamond. Show you the path, rid you of the pain, give you a weapon so that you may defeat your enemies. Decide. Alright. Your mouth begins to salivate at each word Theodora speaks. Like music to your ears, the entity now that dwells in the deepest recesses of your mind is pleading, begging, demanding that you give her an immediate answer. That answer is nothing more of an acceptance. Do not listen to this abomination, Daedric. If there is not but his light in his heart, if you are resolute in your faith, then step through the flames. The Emperor protects. His faithful will never be deterred by either darkness or the deceitful promises, nor will the fire burn those who carry the torch of the faith in the soul. To the void with you. We need to follow Lady Theodora before we suffocate in this furnace. The people. Albert looks back at coughing and confused people around you. Daedric Diamond, the survivors of the middle decks. We have to help the crew, lead them out of the way, over the roaring flames in the fire, and frightened voices, screams, muffled and ruffled and distorted. If the body were water, you were them. Alrighty, here we go. This was the moment for which I left up the vote. So, I'm gonna let this go on for a bit while, but while that goes on, I will go use the restroom. So, I will let votes happen here. BRB. I'm gonna put break, and I will say... presuming I have a restroom command.
You do?
Alright.
I don't remember what it is, though.
I just called it break. So, I'm gonna take a little mini break here, and let votes come in. So far, Iconoclast is in first, but that can always change. So, I will be RB. Oh,
Hmm.
Alright, I return.
Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you. Don't mind me. I'm gonna do a few things while I await. I can hear all that coughing in the background.
Coughing?
Because there's people coughing because of the smoke.
Oh.
I'm kind of taking a moment to let any votes slide in. So far, it's 2, and so far, Iconoclast is in first.
The best choice a man can get.
Well, to read off the options, the dogmatic option would have been to walk through the flames. The heretical option would be to take the entity's hand and be teleported to life knows where. And the iconoclast one is to not walk through the flame nor take the entity's hand, but to turn around and find an alternative route.
And I don't know why, but I would just do the heretic route just for the hell of it. I don't know why.
Well, it's too late. You've already casted your vote. You chose to help the people. But, like I said, I'll let this go for a little bit longer. See if anyone has anything to say about it, but I don't want to let it go for too long either.
500 years later.
No,
We're
it's
still
not
waiting.
gonna be that long. I'll probably give it like another 5. 5 or
giving you
3.
shit.
I know. Probably won't make it too long, though. I'm kind of just messing around on Discord.
I've seen that.
But I am also thinking I'm probably not going to be having anyone else. But then again, who knows? So, I'll tell you what. 3 minutes. Now 2 minutes.
That was the shortest minute I have ever seen.
Well, again, I don't want to take forever, but at the same time, I kind of do want to let some people be able to choose, assuming that they choose. But hey, maybe we just sit here and just wait out 2 minutes, if at the very least.
And just watch everybody burn around us while they cough to death.
I mean, I can tell you what happens with each choice. I'll just say the very top one's like a horrible way to go. For some of these people.
What did you play with?
To that, I will keep shrouded in mystery until that 1 minute has passed.
Why do I feel like the heretic? Well. Oh yeah, speaking of which, speaking of games, Lethal Company. That game got a good update.
Shotgun, if I recall, got added.
Yes. But do you want to know how you get it?
Probably some absurd way.
No. It's actually straightforward. You have to defeat a new enemy they added.
Oh,
No, we got
probably
to add it
uses
in
it. Alrighty. I think Iconoclast has this in the bag. I don't think anyone's sneaking in. So pull, ending in 5, 4, 3, 3.2 quarters, 2 and 1 point something, 1.75, 0.75, 0.25, 0.1. Okay. And that is pull. It's kind of depressing that I didn't get many people coming in, but then again, I guess at the flip side, it kind of makes choices easier. So, with that being said, it's time. I'm doing as I did in my single-player playthrough. Or, single-player, bleh. I did in my non-stream playthrough. Alright, let's get these people off. No point in seeing them harmed. You look away and the illusion breaks. The unbreakable heat instantly makes your skin burn, and the voices of the people beyond the shroud of smoke grow stronger and hopeful. Once you and your companions rush back, barking orders and guiding the survivors in your determination, you completely forget about Theodora, and when you turn your head, you see nothing but the bellowing fire. Back. We will go around. There we go.
Where did it go? Thing that was standing in front of us in the fire? I could have sworn.
To the same place all unholy visions go. Do you want to follow it, witch?
Alright. So let's go ahead, deal with the level ups. Well, I don't have much of a choice. I'm gonna have that as my option. I think there's anything else that can be done other than just simply accepting, so... So that's the choice. We have made it. We are now going Iconoclast. 100%.
Rise to the top,
Meaning we're going to do... Hang on. No, wrong one. I think it's here. This route. Belief in the value of human life and freedom, faith in the power of good, will, capable of overcoming the horrors and dangers of the universe without the need for artificial prohibitions, the desire to seek out common ground and compromise, rather than uncompromising destruction. So this is the we want to save everyone as possible route. This is your dogmatic one, which is belief in the holiness and the infallibility of the laws of the Imperium, adherence to the perceptions of the God Emperor and the Holy Chosen Ones, carrying out his will to the ignorant and unruly masses, unfettered hatred of the enemies of mankind, be they traitors, heretics, xenoservants, or chaos. And then, of course, you have your heretic is devotion to the corruption and the taint of the war, your total submission to the basest and the darkest impulses of the soul, or the constant worship of the ancient gods of the Entramarium. Which, these two just outright oppose each other, I would think. But again, I'm not 100% versed in the lore of Warhammer 40k. And I missed some stuff anyway, so don't mind me. I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna grab it.
Proceed to mind you.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Okay, I can't go back. You know what? Oh well, details. Some loot was missed.
I always have a backup.
Oh well.
It's fine.
I will say, I
That's
really
how
love
it's
this
done.
game already.
It's good,
There's
surprisingly.
money to be made.
Okay, so I will have my character equip that. He's going to be guardsman-like. We'll equip the glove. Melt the charges.
Rush not dawdle.
Okay. We go here.
The Emperor favors me today.
And we will shoot this pillar down.
I don't know, this game just really reminds me of Space Marine.
This is the most RPG-like Space Marine I've ever played. Now, mind you, I wouldn't mind a game like Space Marine that was RPG-like. Actually, I wouldn't even mind a game in the Warhammer universe that actually played like Fallout a bit. Well, except, of course, it's not the Fallout universe, it's the Warhammer universe.
I was mostly just talking about the story. The story is about the same for the Space Marine. That game had a really good story.
Or perhaps Edelthrad and his escort never made it here. Which would be even worse.
Or they could be fighting on the bridge as we speak.
I'm actually looking forward to the second
Without
one.
us.
My lord, I beg your pardon for interrupting. The people are asking for orders. You came back to save us. So now we will follow you through thick and thin.
Good. As it should be. I want the people on my side. If I'm to have any ambitious plans. I mean, after all, people are kind of like a resource. I mean, it's one thing to serve the Empire, but what good is the Empire if you don't even have people to rule over?
To the bridge. If Edelthrad is there, then he requires immediate assistance. I say there is one thing that
Who needs
I find
people?
most troubling. The Lord Captain's Voxcasts. They are still coming in, even though it would make sense for Lady Theodora to be on the bridge right now, at the head of the counter-assault. I feel uneasy. What if the Lord Captain is besieged in her own chambers? With your permission, I suggest that we confirm for ourselves that she is not. We can...
I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. Yeah, I may have failed in that objective, but you know what? I saved the people.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Oh, there was loot. I missed it. Need to be better about checking for loot. Okay, so there's loot somewhere nearby. Question is where? And is it on this side? I didn't mean to do that. It is. So it's somewhere...
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Rise to the top. Get left in the dust. I just sworn I grabbed everything. Oh, is it on the other side?
I always have a backup plan.
Okay, where is the loot? Gosh, I hit... Oh, it's in the rubble.
Keep your wits about you.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
Yeah, and I...
Always keep my options open.
Hello? Aha, I see. Turn around. Another goodie box. Let's collect all that. This clearly does not serve as a stateroom. The generator's machines, the crude oil paneling. Okay, fine game. Oh, okay. To the upper decks.
Let us not dawdle.
Hello, Theodora. You're dead. That's just terrible. Very, very terrible. I got it. Don't mind me. We're just gonna grab that. And I can't wear it because I don't have dogmatic as a conviction.
Is there money to be made?
Theodora's body is sprawled on a large, bloody, drenched desk. The Archmilitant's corpse is still clutching a weapon, is slumped against one of the bulkheads.
Emperor, accept thy faithful souls.
No! Lord Captain, I didn't hear a thing. Not a whisper, not a breath. It was so loud. Why didn't I foresee this?
There's only so much you could foresee.
Lord Captain, who would even dare? Unless that rat, Voidsphere.
It was definitely the cum rag. I will say nothing.
How could Mort have failed her so terribly? The Archmilitant was born on a death world. He had lightning-fast reflexes.
And yet he was defeated.
I can look at things in my own way. If you find something that might bear the imprint of the killer, just give it to me, and I'll try to see what secret.
Alright, I will examine the Archmilitant's body. What a pistol shot went through Mort's forehead, spraying the floor, unfortunate around with blood-braid matter. Shards in the skull, the safety on the Archmilitant's weapon is off. The killer must have been a split second quicker than he. Now we'll examine Theodora's body. Close to the cause of death is apparent. What ended the Rouge Trader's life was an all-pistol shot to an extraordinary current one at that. Hidora's face bears an expression of surprise, the last emotion she experienced. Continue. Let's inspect the desk. We'll say what was exactly the object fell on the floor, as much as you can ascertain upon closer examination. Shards appear resistant rather than completely transparent, as if they've been submerged in promethium. A broad term for combustible fuel in the Imperium of Man. Let's inspect the papers. Reports, accounts, dispatches. You go over the scrolls until you stumble upon a document that is starkly different from the rest. It's handwritten letter signed with the initials X and C, and with the seal, a symbol that is vaguely familiar to you. Oh no. Handwritten letter. What do these shards tell you?
I see streaks of color, luminescence, blue lights, faces drawing closer. Lady Theodora and Conrad and what is that? Ah! Something dark, enormous. Oh, this glass thing was something foul, that's for sure. Tainted witchcraft.
We'd best be on our way.
Yes, the crucible of battle calls to me once more.
Yes, yes, Bolter bitch.
Wait! We must see if we can find anything.
Idira, you can't bring her back. Let her go.
You'd give up so easily, old man? I expected as much from the sister. It's not like she has a heart. But you? Oh no. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll find the one responsible for murdering the Lord Captain. And when I do, that scum will regret the day they were born.
I will end the dialogue here. Grab the goods. A cape. How fitting. I needed a better cape anyway. There we go. Look at my majestically blue cape that used to be red. God damn it, game. Oh, hey, look, more goods. I guess we'll collect that. I don't know if any of this does anything. Where are the Samuelite gains? 10 bonus to... alrighty.
Always keep your eye on the price.
So our fragment hung on the wall. Examine everything in here.
Rise to the top.
Thing.
Left in the dust.
No. Oh, hey, look, a massive bathroom. Surely no uwu went on in here or anything. I'm sure it was just a normal big old bath. You know, details. Oh, look at this room. Definitely not an uwu room, am I wrong?
I always have a backup plan.
Nope.
Nope. Alright, probably nothing further here. Let's continue.
I always keep my options open.
Alright. Probably an autosave will happen here, I think.
Don't you dare to cross us!
I'll turn you into corpse starch.
Okay. Me will go right there. You are gonna go right there. Balta bitch, you're gonna go... probably right there. Apple Blar, you'll go... I think over here. Actually, maybe over here. Complete. God, actually, that's just the worst.
Tested tactics are the best ones. It will be reduced to dust.
Damn.
Victory is imminent.
Brace for impact. And endure. Alright, what can I do? Regimental tactics.
It's as good as done.
Use that on that thing over there.
I'll make it happen.
Enemy status. Alright, bolt the bitch. Unleash hell. -1. That's not bad. Run and gun. And now unleash hell yet again. And you just yell at that thing. Well, crap. And make sure Appleblard's good. Oh no. Ow. Get hacked. Nice, you shoot your friend. Alright, so let's go ahead. Put you over right there.
It will be done.
Knock them. Charge them. Okay. That only leaves the machine. Alright, me. Let's put that thing down for good. Sniper rifle bullet away. Okay. Thank you for reminding me, game. What would I want? Fresh target, instant exposure. Sure, I guess we'll roll with that. You. Warriors attacked. Sure, you'll get that. You're gonna be my tank. Operative, weak body, soul. Exposes also reduces enemy's toughness, willpower by 1 round. Fresh target. We'll do that one. And then bolt a bitch. It's not count against AP. Fired up. Whenever the soldier deals damage, critical is increased by 1. Split surroundings, cover. Probably that one. Alright, time to loot. Check the inventory, see if any of this can be useful to some peeps. Guess you can wear that, sure. Think you can go ahead and have another one. Gain 5 toughness, is their intelligence is less than 35. Sure, guess you can wear that for now. I'll save here. Realize I've had the habit of saving a lot.
To be fair,
This game
it's
really
one kind of game.
It hasn't really been that bad, surprisingly.
The first
No.
sacrifice opens the eye. The second sacrifice draws its gaze.
Edward, who is clutching a bleeding wound on his chest, gives you a tormented look. Help has arrived? Too late to change the tide, I'm afraid. But if there's honor in you, we can at least die with dignity and give our lives for the Rogue Trader. You look dreadful. Theodora von Vassius is dead. I found her in the Archmilitant in the study. God Emperor... Oh, wait, hold on. Elder's eyes wide. God Emperor preserve us. The Rogue Trader is dead. The ship has lost the Lord Captain and the House Head. Elder shudders and grabs his shoulder as you watch the sleeve of his jacket burst open and 2 bone growths pierce through the fabric. No matter what the ritual Conrad is performing, the warp is too strong. I cannot withstand it. I feel my body changing with every second. The warp ringing in the air. This is the end. We will perish. The warp, along with the warrant and all the dynasty heirs. The enemy of humanity is triumphed. Theodora looks anxiously at Elthard, then she glances back at you. I've seen it before. We better get away from them. The changes are already accelerating. I forbid you the very thought of yielding. Only by resigning to your fate will you truly suffer defeat. The ship can still be steered out of the warp, but we must first restore communication between the bridge and the navigator's sanctum. You know what? We're gonna go with 2. Because 2 is optimistic. Elthard stares at you. His eyes harden with cold resolve, and once more. And we have no right to bow our heads. You can see Conrad clearly in the room, in the gloom of the bridge. The broken blade he's holding is stained with dark drops. Emperor sent it to glimmer to them. That goddamn cumrag. Elthard, we are out of time. Elthard bites his knuckle desperately, thinking, you can see a wave ripple across the whites of Elthard's eyes, and they begin to turn a strictly yellow. Laker, you diplomat cur, the Rogue Trader's death will be avenged. That complicates things. Alright, that's it. Ready your weapons. If we are to die this day, we die with honor. No, Daedric. To die altogether is to allow the flame of the destiny to perish in the dark. No, it will be not like this. Not today. Heather lowers his head, and then he sighs and locks eyes with you, his gaze cold and utterly fanatical. Ritual will not be completed. I'll take care of it, and you will see to it. The void ship breaks free from the warp. Watch over our realm, and farewell. Accursed traitor, a time will come when you will bleed for her ladyship. Theodora's murder. Remember my words, for they are the vow of he who marches towards death. What? Theodora's dead? Whitegar stares at you in seemingly genuine bewilderment. No, that can't be. Not now. I still haven't...
Your ritual won't be finished, heretic!
Oh no! I'm transforming! I walked right to an obvious trap!
Closed ranks!
Defeat the Warp Beast. Desperate Measures. Or Heroic Momentum. To use the ability Heroic Act or Desperate Measures, momentum is required. Depending on the actions of your party in the combat, the momentum bar will increase or decrease. A high momentum value allows characters to use Heroic Act. A low value grants access to Desperate Measures. Both abilities can completely change the course of the battle, but every party member can use either one of them, and only one in a single combat. Alright, so... me, right there, because I'm gonna snipe the damn thing. Appleblard. You face him head on. Bolt a bitch. I think you do better under cover, so you're gonna go there. And you're gonna be... right there. Actually, goddammit, that might be bad. Appleblard. Yeah, fine. Start the battle. Complete. You're just telling me about the thing. Okay. I can probably hit him. No. The great question is, who can I deny a turn? I'll deny you a turn.
Your end was inevitable.
You are now denied a turn. So get hacked. Operative immediately inflicts one exploit on all enemies and then makes a free attack against a target. That attack always hits. Until the end of turn, or the end of combat, the target of the attack suffers a 13 penalty to dodge and armor to penalty. Alright, yeah, fine. I guess we can do this.
Here's my perfect moment.
Dismantling attack.
I'll see to it personally.
Regimental tactics. I probably should have done that first, but oh well. Going to hit Appleblard. That's gonna be bad. $95. Could probably deny you a turn. Damn it. I don't think it'd be worth to do that. So, that's that one. Ow. Ow. Missed. Applebard getting hit. That works. Okay, well that sucked. And that's just gonna make things worse. Ow! Okay, well now that's just kind of bullshit. Oh, I got bleeding going on. That's not good. Remelee restores all AP and gains 3. Okay, yeah, you're gonna be needing that.
Indeed. No matter the cost.
Do another hit. God damn. Okay, I am really starting to hate that thing. Okay, she is not going to survive. That's not good. Heretics are going to make things difficult.
Another enemy down.
Okay.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
You're gonna go that way.
The Emperor commands
Open fire.
faith without deeds is worthless.
The Lord's just gonna have to take a few hits. God damn it. Alright, well, I did a lot worse this time. Can be removed and fully healed in the Void Ship. Great! Well, this playthrough's going shitty already.
Victory is imminent.
Alright, well, let's bring this bastard down.
Who, if not me?
And then we're gonna expose a weakness.
It's as good as done.
Alright. Wait, here.
As the Emperor commands.
There we go. Oh!
In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave.
Fire again. Oh my god. Are you actually kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? Jesus, Bolter bitch. You suck at aiming. Even worse than a stormtrooper from Star Wars. Thank you. God damn. Alright, well that battle could have gone a lot better. Okay, so that's not good. I'm gonna have a character who's effectively got a broken rib.
Yep.
So this campaign's already going great. I guess I may as well just put her out of her misery now. But otherwise, at least the piece of shit's dead, so I'm happy for that.
Let us not dawdle.
Alright, let's check for any more stuff. There's loot over here, according to the game. Right, I don't see the loot. Oh, it's probably like tucked away in a corner, isn't it? Okay. Okay, I see. It's right there.
Yeah. He's dead. He sacrificed himself to save the entire dynasty.
Old man, he was never going to make it. He was mutating right in front of us.
Eudora, I don't think you're gonna make it with a broken rib. I'm sorry to say, I think your broken rib is gonna be a detriment.
Got the have hope.
Revere, Master Helmsman, System Status Report. By the Emperor, it's the Sinshell, living and breathing. The white-haired man with a stickly pale skin salutes you. Well, there's a tricky question. The whole place is so overgrown with foul wickedry, so by scrubbing it off the void screens for the throne knows how long. We need to re-establish the so-and-so. You see, your words seem to knock off the officer's stupor, and the air fills you with voices, and the commands issued effectively incoming void, or warp. Throw the Vox channel to the navigator's sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to replace. Bard pauses for a few seconds before turning to you. Daedric, you may call me superstitious, but the translation is not good. Time to disregard rules. You're the only one who speaks for the house. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you, or more than anyone else, deserves to take your place in the ritual. That is about to commence. I'm ready to begin. I am also going to hurry things along here a little bit. I'll at least say this. I did better on my non-stream playthrough in that battle.
Maybe it's just you swinging it. That's what makes everything worse.
No, I think it's because I thought Iridora was more tanky, but then I should have just put Balta Bitch instead, because she's the one wearing armor. The image before you is hazy, swaying in the sorceress current invisible to mortal eyes, as if whoever takes beneath the thin shell is constantly changing while still remaining the same. Has taken the guise of Theodora, but the false Rouge Trader's eyes reveal the entity's true surreal nature. When Theodora's eyes is engulfed in otherworldly fire, that the other a vessel, the ancient evil bores into you. The voice seeps directly into your brain without ever reaching your ears, and this voice booms with all the horrors of the war. Who are you to post destiny itself for the sake of the lives that you are not worth your own? So many threads stretch between you and the other creatures of your world. Pitiful, worthless links ready to shatter at the slightest touch. A muddied, erratic, pointless tangle. It resonates, merges with voices that have already dug their foul roots into your conscious. A moment later, you realize that all the voices are the myriad manifestations of the same call that has finally invaded your mind. Now, I'll say this, it was because when I did this off-stream, I actually had Bolt a bitch kind of in the spot where Eudora was. Honestly, should have just had her in Eodora's spot. Alright, anyways, I'm saving my people. Do your worst, but you cannot stop me. Eudora lets out a screech, a shrill, overwhelming sound that can only be interpreted as laughter. Lead them, mortal. Guide them. Persuade them. Force them to walk your path. You will need followers for your destinies preordained. Oh my god. Your head begins to spin. Vicious drops slither down your cheeks. You blink and you are no longer looking at Theodora. It is the traitor Voigard, just as fluid and oriental as the previous aberration. Terrifying voices from his lips. The aspirant vowed to return the trophy and the relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured and the steps chosen, and yet you broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirant's place. I see you on the day when the final day rises over the Iron World. I see you by my side on that day of the resurrection. Shut up, Cumrag. The image is scattered by invisible sorceress winds, and you see Eudora, her eyes aglow with the same sinister flame. Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will, the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of our elusive possibilities, and the fickle chances that the thread that will lead you out of the maw of irresponsibility. The thread that will help you find keys to salvation. That thread that will guide you in that weapon of ours to return to me. Oh god. A cavalcade glimpses of the future yet unknown possesses before your eyes. A flash of crimson purple. The images replace one another in a violent cavaloscape. Whoa, without ever letting you get a proper look at them. Through the rippling mirage, you can see a twisted image of Albert, the loyal seneschal of the dynasty. The path is set, child of dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine. Robert turns around and looks up at you. He hesitates for a few moments, and addresses Albert, who's standing next to you. Seneschal, the navigator's sanctum's silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means the navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the von Vaclin flagship. We'll honor his memory along with that of all who died in this day. Albert does not look away. He's giving you a hard stare. His white burrows forward. Seneschal, will you tell us who is that? Where is the Lord Captain?
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision, it is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the Warrant of Trade, and the title of Rouge Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, have you lost your tongues? Hail your lord. It is because of his toils that we all still live. The deed is done, Master. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
Cutscene.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members. Yet hope remained. For the second in line to the Rogue Trader dynasty survived. And through the strength of his resolve, saved those who were counting on him for protection.
I gotta say, this has been good. Minus Eudora going down. That's been the one crappy part.
Yeah, this is a good game, I gotta admit.
Yeah, I did better off stream, but nonetheless, I'm still determined to turn this around. Well then, your lordship. Cannot help but notice that the Sensual does not know how to talk to you or where to begin. Hesitation brings an involuntary smirk to your face, as though someone else entirely is gloating at the old officer's confusion. Seeing your smile, abruptly pulls himself together. It happens. Yeah, I would have to agree, Doggo. I mean, as far as this playthrough went, I'd say it went just about as much the same. Okay, slightly worse than when I did off stream. I did play a bit of this off the stream, but you know what? I'll probably have an on-stream and an off-stream character. Both going down the same path, which was the Iconoclast one.
Also, welcome, Doggo.
Otherwise, yes, welcome, Doggo. You must now hold your first officer's briefing in the new role as Lord Captain. For many of those who are about to join us on the bridge, this will be the first briefing we will sustain massive losses among middle senior officers. Some posts have been to be filed by the deputies. Not really, it's only 3, but humor me. There's probably like the 7th in line. While others go unfulfilled entirely. You mean the 10th one. That's not even listed. And now the decks and clans are deciding who will take over the leaderless crews. Alright, I am ready. Let's start the briefing. With a gesture, Albert relays the orders to adjutants at the far end of the magnificent chamber. Thank you. I didn't need a tutorial on grenades while everyone assembles. A dozen pair of eyes bore into you, the expressions revealing restraint, joy, curiosity, and wariness. Attention, officers, you've been granted an honor. Lord Captain Daedric Diamond... Titles, will personally conduct today's briefing. Our most gracious Lord Captain is ready to hear your reports. I don't have time for them. Give me the simple things. But I'm not a dick. Perhaps you would introduce these. As you wish, your lordship. Allo points to a tall, slender woman whose body seems to contain as many implants as it does the flesh. Name I'm going to have a very hard time pronouncing. It is an honor to serve, your lordship. The Voxmaster offers a deep bow. Aboard this vessel, you have at your command thousands of crew members, hundreds of officers, and a selection of chiefs. I am responsible for receiving, processing, and sending all communications between you and them, as well as external sources. I am your eyes and mouth, Lord Captain. Besides her is Ravir, the Master Helmsman. He steers our ship along with the course set. I, the Lord Captain, and monitors the void around us, to ensure that we do not stray into an asteroid field or a pirate trap. Bearded man with a pale, almost transparent skin, large dark circles under his eyes, and a dour expression that seemed hardwired into his focus, given a sullen nod. Hail there, Lord Captain. This here ship's a good home to me, so rest assured she's in safe hands. I'll die before I ever let it come to grief. For I'm secretly Von Karma. Okay, I'm kidding. I mean, now that I think about it, it could be Von Karma in the future. Okay, no, I'm sorry. Not even at that. And lastly, our High Factotorium, Generous Danarek, who oversees supplies procurement, and the general material well-being of the ship. Dressed in an emberlit jacket, the heaviest man with oiled hair offers an obsequious smile and bows. It's an honor, your lordship. You may trust me with all matters concerning your comfort. Everything will be done to the highest standard. I'm a businessman with standards, don't you know? Okay, anyway. And in the second row, we have 3 officers charged with overseeing the ship's vital functions. The Master of Ordnance is responsible for the artillery abroad, the Infernus Master whose crew is to work to prevent and extinguish fires on the ship, and lastly, the Drive Master's servant of the Aminesh. The supernatural entity, 3 officers salute you. The Infernus Master does so confidence, while the Master of Ordnance betrays nervousness. The Drive Master offers a salute resembling a dance, involving the complicated manipulation of the tech priests and the ministers. Thank you, thank you. Alright, we do this one by one. Yes, Lord Captain, the tall young man bows his head. I can report that all the fires across the decks have been extinguished. The preliminary damage assessments and the materials of losses and the crew casualties has been completed. The results have been submitted to the Essential and the High Factorium. Alright, excellent. High Factorium, what do you have to report? We are toiling day and night to compile a full account of the losses. The task will require next to no involvement from your lordship. I will personally ensure that all damaged components are given to the tech priest's hands for attention, and all the hands that lost supplies are replaced. This is only the resource that I cannot replenish single-handedly, and that is people. Ah, yes, people. We've tried to save them as many as we can. We have lost more than 2,000 crew members, and unfortunately, this number is not confined to the scum from the lower decks, which are easily replaced, but also includes trained professionals. So we've lost the laborers and some pretty skilled people. Not good for a beginning. You're able to make up the losses on the nearest planet, Rayacard Miniris. However, the planet, the whole system in the fact belongs to the Winterscale Rouge Trader dynasty. We cannot simply begin recruiting on a planet without first coming to an understanding with the governor. In that respect, I am powerless. Negotiations at the level are the matter of the Rouge Trader. So it sounds like a job for me. Okay. Especially true given Callus's Winterscale penchant for attacking first and asking questions later, kind of thick-skulled thugs he usually installs as governors on his planets. Alright, Drive Master, what do you have to report? A voice distorted by a Vox Resonator emerges from under the tech priest's scarlet hood. Lord Captain, the foes that set up upon the noble void ship destroyed the respiratories of hundreds of machine spirits. The great warp engine entrusted in my charge is unharmed. Thank the homage, but its spirit mourns its dead brethren. We have not yet identified a prayer protocol capable of assuring its sorrow and anger. The great sorrow, I must also report that the Engisir, Prime, Overseer, and spiritual authority of the tech priests on all aboard fell in battle. The Magus was betrayed by the little flesh that remained part of him. A most terrible loss. There is no one among my comrades aboard whose experience and comprehension of the sacred protocols equals of the fallen Magus. We require a replacement as soon as possible. Let's see if we can find anyone who has a challenge worthy of those skills. Alright, I see, thank you. Alright, Master Helmsman, deliver your report, Mr. Von Karma-looking man. Right, you are, Lord Captain. To cut a long story short, the outlook is bleak. The ships sound more or less, but without an Engisir Prime and Navigator fell in battle, we have no way off that system. We try to set so as much as a toe inside the warp. I don't know what will happen first. Our warp drive being torn to pieces, or all of us melting into the bulkheads, or presumably everything all happening at once. Your Lordship, it would, if you allow me to interject, when we have arrived in the system, my crew followed standard protocols and conducted a count of all the available communication channels in the region. One of them was now the Snowball Light Station. The station maintains a complex Vox silence, but even in the presence here inspires hope. Have located a navigator in the same system is incredible stroke of luck, true blessing from the God Emperor. Continue. A sharp bolt pain lances through your skull as if reprehensible to what you just heard. Understand that it is not the God Emperor you should thank for your good fortune. The words of the demon that appeared before you during the translation to replace echo in your mind. I am the willow weavers of destiny, and today I will weave a new thread of my elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead out of the new maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation and totally not stab you in the back. If I were you, I'd grab this chance with both hands, or you'll soon be eyeing up asteroids to use as your new residence. A slightly less shitty news. We could go around the system till our heads are swimming as long as the Promethium and supplies last. And if thick as gross shit lowlifes come sniffing around, we'll be able to take them out, so don't worry on the score. Alright, Master of Ordnance, what do you have to report? Master of Ordnance gives a gloomy look. No, my job is simple. Maintain the arsenal, fire when I'm told. But just ask anyone. We've got no crew. We've got no able crew. No, Lord Captain. We don't have any goddamn crew. Master of Ordnance, you forget yourself. So what? Comes the officer, a hostile and bitter reply. It's as if a dam has a burst inside and all his pent-up emotions are rushing out of him. The ship is in ruins, every second officer's dead, and now we've got a Green Lord Captain who's supposed to lead us to a void knows where. Silence! The bridge's magnificent glass planes seem to tremble under the force of Abellard's roar. Abelard, fuck it. Abelard, that's your name. The forces seize this mutineer. Applebark blunts. If you're only one officer out of the whole has fallen to pieces, then that's not bad at all. Your lordship, I do humbly apologize on behalf of the entire crew. What would you have us do with the Master of Ordnance, or the former Master of Ordnance? I should say, besides find a replacement, that is, we already have one lined up. Oh, Jesus. Because I am going iconoclast, stand down, release him. I have no intention of punishing a man for a moment of weakness, not after that terrible attack we have endured. After all, the guy's probably going through something. Give him a break. I mean, even if I hear the argument, but he's broken under pressure. He can't be trusted. Until you make one honest mistake. But we will forgive an honest mistake. Abelard stares unblinkingly at the Master of Ordnance. Cease your sniveling. You disgrace yourself. You and your entire clan. Enough. The hysterics are over. Let us resume. Master of Ordnance stands up, wiping the blood from his broken nose. His face is a picture of shock. What just happened seemed to be dawning on him now. And knowledge the fate has so narrowly escaped. Think long and hard the next time. To summarize, we have sustained serious losses in the crew, and we require a new engineer, seer prime, and navigator. That all is still preventing us from continuing the voyage. Precisely, Lord Captain, but bear in mind that this will not be the end of our trials. The ship system must be properly inspected for major damage, which can only be carried out at Footfall Station, home to the only dockyard in the sector, but we will never reach Footfall without first solving these 3 immediate problems. Alright, thank you all for your reports. Dismissed. Continue. Okay. I think I'm gonna be wrapping this up very, very soon. Your Lordship, there is one thing, a confidential matter of the utmost importance. Lady Theodora. Lord hesitates. Your interiorly esteemed predecessor brought the ship here to the system for a reason. She was given a secret commission. You are perhaps wondering who has the authority to commission a rogue trader to do anything. And I shall tell you. The Lord Inquisitor, the hand of the Emperor, the chief architect of his will in the Koronus Expanse. I came across a strange handwritten letter that was titled this. Yes, you're quite right. XC. Exavar Calizar. Calizar? Lady Theodora was to seek out the Lord Inquisitor's right-hand man, one Henrix von Calix. An interrogator, you understand. All I know is that he is somewhere in the system. Now we must find him and offer him whatever assistance he requires, and then deliver him to Footfall in the Ferundus system. Finding him without any more information is going to go on will be difficult indeed, but an Inquisitor is an important individual. The authorities in this system, either the Novice Nobility or the Governor of this may know something. You'd think we could find that out by, you know, the mass disappearances of people that he visits. I mean, it's in his name, Inquisitor, Inquisition, makes people disappear. When people disappear, we'll have a knowing sense. I mean, unless I'm just being dumb here. That is all of it, your lordship. You have a great deal of work ahead of you. But it is a mere taste of daily burden of a rogue trader. Soon you must take up the reins of the titles. Albert gives you another scrutinizing look, as if trying to grade how long you will hold under this mountain of problems. His face softens slightly, and he seems to about offer some words of encouragement. That was until I was rudely interrupted. Eodara, Sister Argenta, explain yourselves. The Sister of Battle Grimm's nods towards Eodora. The Psyker is suffering some alignment or darkness madness. She's insisted on seeing the Rogue Trader. I judge that it would be unwise to leave her unsupervised. Damn tank. Stop doing things of your own volition. You're a tank. You don't give orders, you take orders. Alright, anyway. For a brief moment, the Sister Argenta's voice sounds hesitant. I was also hoping to approach you with a personal request, but it can wait. Speak with me when you have time. Continue. Isadora's eyes rove over the assembled. One word burst from her lips. Daybreaker. Isadora, come to your senses, please. Your lordship. Oh, hold on. Damn it. Mira presses her fingers to her temples in desperation. Your lordship. Here's the thing. I was trying to see into the immediate future, and it hit me so hard. My head is still spinning. Something very strange is heading our way. I can't make it out. But it is, no matter how hard I try. A single word is all I can make out. Daybreak. Or maybe it's dawn. It's ringing and ringing like an echo, like a bell. But if it's daybreak, then why is it so dark? It's the thing that the ward keeps talking about. We cannot extract any information of value from a single lord. Can you tell us anything else, Mistress Talus? It's kind of a cool name. No, not yet anyway. Voices are going berserk, all shouting at once. I can't make sense of it. As soon as I know or sense anything, I'll report it. Alright? Lord Captain, if you want me to take a closer look into your future, find me on the bridge and we can talk. Lady Theodora was all well served by my whispers on many occasions, and I'm sure you would benefit from them as well. The Psyker's bitten lips stretch into a wary smile. There is nothing else of value. I declare this briefing concluded. Time to get to work. Okay, I am going to do one last thing before I actually wrap it up. Alright, Bolter bitch, what did you want?
Rogue Trader.
Sister Argenta looks tired, and there are dark circles under her eyes. Her hair is somewhat disheveled, and she moves like she's a little on edge. You said you had a personal request.
I indeed have a request, Rogue Trader.
Alright. The accursed servants of chaos who assaulted the ship took the lives of your loyal crew members, and they orphaned many children, including the progeny of the brave, officers who defended their posts until the bitter end. I don't know what customary practices there are for cases like this in Von Vansla's territory, but in the world I'm familiar with, the children of such brave souls could expect to receive some special consideration. Perhaps the Rogue Trader could meet with the orphans. Alright, you know what? Make arrangements for a meeting worthy of a Rogue Trader. I will address the orphans with a speech. But before I do that, meet them with no formalities needed. Their children and people who gave their lives for my consideration. It's the least they deserve. Ooh. We'll do two. As you wish, Rogue Trader. Thank you for granting my request. Alright, we're gonna give the speech and probably wrap it up after it, so... Alright. This is our aspiring youths. Now, let's hope none of them are failed youths, because that would be the worst thing to be. So we need to bring out the Windy Windbag. I guess paging Ace Attorney here for a moment. A group of adolescents, clearly dressed in their finest freshly pressed clothes, forms a straight line before you. Some stare at you with wide eyes like you're some mythical creature, while others huddle together in fear and look away. Our infallible... Skipping that, Sister has been keeping an eye on these pops. Albavor glances at the gathered children. It's hardly the skull of Parmium in here, but we have provided the orphans on our ship with the adequate care and instruction. Argenta is standing in the side of the group. As you approach, she perks up and announces her voice. Brave ones, the master of the ship has appeared before you, the one who guides it through the darkness of the universe by the Emperor's will. Greet your Lord Captain, the Rogue Trader of the House. Titles. Alright, I'm Lord... The ship speak to you now. Your pain scared his lives. Honor to the name, banners of the Imperium. I'm proud of them, and I believe you'll become their worthy heirs. You know, we're gonna smile at these kids. I think they can use encouragement. Teenagers keep staring. A girl who has remained close to Argenta smiles uncertainly. A skin-pale lad tries to throw his shoulders back and stand at attention like a soldier. Only a few teenagers at the far end of the row seem sullen and particularly not impressed. One of the scowling visitors with a thin scar across his face tosses his head back and says bitterly, "So what? Why should we care? Our friends and parents died in their dozens for you noble lot. You just give us speeches." Wow, okay. Argenta quickly turns to the boy. A flurry of emotions flashes in her dark eyes, like she wants to both calm him and scold him for his impotence. Dress the chaperons. The opponents leaves much to be desired. I hope that they will be molded into worthy servants of the house. This audience is over. Opponent's a troublemaker. Put the rest back in their place. How dare you? I don't like that. That feels like the coward's way out. If you have things to say them without fear, and I will listen. Nor the rest assured that you will not be abandoned. You know, setting my foot down, or being nice about it. You know what? We'll try assurance. Rest assured, you will not be abandoned. You will be taken care of. You can tell by their bright eyes that the words or the very fact of the meeting of the Rogue Trader in the flesh have left an indefinite impression on them. Young ones, you won't recognize them in a year or two. They will learn to salute and speak only when permitted by their superior officer, but right now, clowning around is all they know. You know, that is a fair point. Give them a few years, and eventually they will learn that thing called maturity. Or so you can hope, strongly. But patience is what you might need. And a crap ton of it. Argenta rubs her temple pensively. She smiles and offers a few more words of encouragement, and then leaves the bay. That was a bit of a wonky moment right there. Alright. I think I'm probably gonna wrap this up as soon as the map is loaded. So, we'll go ahead. Save.
I will say this has been a good game.
Definitely a lot of reading, but it's definitely a fun game. I mean, it is a little wonky. You will have to forgive that it is, I don't want to say still in development. It's out. It has bugs. It needs to be patched on a few things. But otherwise, I don't know if I'll make this 100% a regular series. I do kind of want the game to be bug fixed a bit. I mean, I might do a bit more, but again, I don't know if I'll make it something I do regularly. If you'd like to see more of this, do feel free to comment down below. Otherwise, if you like the stream, like and subscribe. Share if you wish. Join the Discord. And I believe that's everything said. Am I forgetting something? I always feel like I'm forgetting something.
No.
Other
How about
than...
Booster Points?
Other than, I'm going to say probably this week, because there's many things I meant to do and I missed out on, I'm gonna probably try and achieve all those things I meant to do a while back. So, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm gonna try and at least do something that's different from the norm that I would have been doing. But if at the very least, I did say I'd do Rouge Trader. There are other games that I will have a look at it, but yeah, I would recommend this game. Even if the pacing is a little slow to start, and even if the combat might be a bit wonky, I'll at least say it was better than Baldur's Gate, because Baldur's Gate just felt like complete luck. And this game does have a bit of that too, but at least the enemies aren't as bad, I feel. That said, I like this game. If I don't do it in the immediate future, I probably will be doing a playthrough when it's hopefully more clear of its bugs and the cutscenes are a bit better. As you might have seen with Argenta just being confused for a second. But I am aware there's also other cutscenes that are kind of bugged as well. With that being said, I, for the moment, would probably give this an 8 out of 10 if I had to put it on a scale. And I do recommend it. Otherwise, with that being said, I'm gonna wrap things up here. I'll see you all in the next one. Again, like, subscribe, consider sharing if you so wish, and join the Discord. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.